As for Delhi University, we have our NSEM breaks after even semesters, that is in June, July, and we start our next odd semester by August. We don't really have any break after odd semesters, maybe 1 week, that is up to university. With this, I guess we have opportunitatively month our Jan, because GGSIPU and ABS have some sort of holidays in Jan. Does ABS have exams in the beginning of Jan?
Yes. Late December and beginning of January.
Oh, this happens with us as well. Beginning of January is our exam as well.
So this happens with us as well. Sometimes it gets to the beginning of January, first week.
So if we want opportunitative time, that is January end.
That is good.
First. After Jan, we have June, July. To be? Maybe June, July was. June was the exam, July.
Yeah. There will be break in July, and we will have our majors examination from mid-June to it will be ended in June. Yeah.
So we can say that we have aligned time in July. Mid-July is aligning somewhere.
What exams?
Actually, mid-July, a few semesters have their exams in AKTU.
In where?
In AKTU, during mid-July, a few semesters get their examination.
Okay.
So the better timing is like October duration.
October, we do have.
So you have your exam.
I was saying, are we thinking of collaborating in an event for only for with this college or with other colleges also who are in region 2?
Okay, let me just explain my vision. The extraordinary, the term I use, I was thinking as many chapters present in the region, as many chapters we can collect, we will collaborate with them and organize the event. It can be far-fetched, but अगर हम थोड़ा सा AI summit का structure देखें, they had through 2 to 3 things finalized. उसके अराउंड उन्होंने जगह जगह इवेंट्स कराए थे. So we can somehow finalize something like that, and फिर जहाँ जिस चैप्टर में हमारा टाइमलाइन अलाइन हो रही है, 2 or 3 chapters under the umbrella of that extraordinary event, they organize the events. So it will be a lineup, and it would look very nice on Region 2's report. Okay. But it is up to us कि कितने chapters कौन willingly आ रहा है. We can't force किसी chapter को जब वो खुद से नहीं आना चाहते. तो we should be mindful कि हम किसके साथ collaborate कर रहे हैं. They should be active with their collaborations. Anybody would like to take lead from here? Adding something?
I was thinking, like अभी यहाँ पे SME present है, SME is not here. Okay, and we don't know about their timelines, their examinations. So after this meet, of course, we will get the information also. I was thinking we can create a report in our region 2. We'll create a separate Excel sheet for that and for their major examination and their major breaks. And we can, of course, we can collaborate with one event in which DDUC ACM, ABS ACM, and USICT ACM and SMU ACM can collaborate. But if we want to go further, if we want to create a big grand event and organize it, so we can create a report in Region 2. I will create an Excel sheet today, so we can take this section.
You are just saying that we will have a centralized data so
Yes.
that we can finalize our timelines according to that. Yeah, that works. Also, after this event, it is supposed to conclude in a few, most probably within a half hour. So after this, we will try to share the pointers from here so that we have something to look back to. Okay. Major issues faced by chapters. जब भी हम कोई event plan कर रहे हैं, organize कर रहे हैं, in the planning phase, in the execution phase, and the post-event phase. 3 phases हैं हमारे पास. इन सब में क्या-क्या issues हमने face करे हैं.
Okay, I would like to start with that. On the planning phase, we are not facing any of the issues currently. Even we got a lot of appreciation and collaboration from industry as well as chapters and from ACM Global as well. Major challenge that we faced is during the execution of the event, we are unable to reach out to ACM India and ACM Women India. That is our major challenge.
ACM India and ACM Women India.
Yeah, both. And we have also had talk with Gitansi ma'am and Venkateshwaran sir. Still, we can converse with them, but not completely in the collaboration terms. And the second one is sponsorship. Despite a great footfall, we are unable to secure monetary sponsorship. Other kind of sponsorship, in-kind, etc. That we have got a very nice support this time.
I guess monetary sponsorship is something we all agree on.
Yeah.
Last year हमने ये discuss किया था, we could
But
not.
we couldn't conclude that way.
Yeah. So let's approach this issue some other way.
I was thinking about the sponsorship part. If we can create a centralized database for sponsorship also, but it's just that thing ki, who will provide that data? Okay, with student chapter. Of course, we can add all of our sponsorship data in one Excel sheet, and we all can use that. But how about we create a committee in Region 2 for sponsorship team, and like there can be members from DDUC, can be members from USICT, can be members from ABS, and can be members from SMU or other active Region 2 chapters. We create a separate committee for sponsorship team, and their main goal will be to just organize a database for sponsorship and bring information about potential sponsors as much as they can.
Can they role also include approaching the sponsor for event, like they secure the sponsorship for an event?
So it's better. It's a good point because of course if they have the database and there's a team, there are members. Of course they can approach, and of course when we work in collaboration, we don't have to create a separate sponsorship team. We will have it already.
We can just approach them.
Actually, this is a nice idea because when we have people from different chapters, if they will be working on the sponsorship part itself, they will not have to run after sponsors separately. When we share the sheets, then others shared with us last time. But what happens is that the sponsor expects that particular institution only when we share our information. So better if they work in a collaborative environment. One is sponsorship and the other for outreach as well. Like that they know about the Region 2 activities and ACM India activities. And now we also have ACM Buddy Chapter programs. That is also something they should reach out to.
Okay, these three are major points. The first was a centralized spreadsheet which had data of holidays and examination timings tentatively. Second is a centralized sponsorship committee for Region 2. Whenever any chapter has to secure sponsorship for any event, they can simply approach this team, and this team will try to secure sponsorship for them. And the outreach program as well. What I can see here is that we are trying to centralize the activities of Region 2, and at the same time it is divided within all the chapters. So it would be great if there are representatives from each chapter in these committees, so that there is no gap in communication.
And what if we, like for the major events, rather than keeping separate event for each chapter or institution, what if we do like 1 year this chapter, this place is holding the event, and all the chapters put their effort into that only. That will save our resources as well.
The term I was using, extraordinary. This is the idea that one chapter becomes the host, and if we want to plan a lineup of events, we can do that. But like this year, let's say ABS did this event, which we can say maybe 2 day, 3 day long in person. So next year, some other chapter can do that.
I actually mean that only.
Yeah.
That we keep the event under ACM India Region 2.
Yeah.
That way, not the institution level.
Okay.
And we'll be free from the institution boundaries as well, that way.
Actually, it will solve not only that problem, but if you think that we were planning about a centralized sponsorship database, but say that ABS is organizing an event and DGSIP is also organizing an event, then but we are targeting for same sponsor, then who will the sponsor?
Sorry, can you please repeat?
If two chapters are organizing event at the same time, then don't you think that there will be division of sponsors?
So basically you're saying that it can cause conflicts.
Yes.
So what we can do, of course, let's say ABS is organizing an event related to AI, okay, and GSIP is doing the same, and let's say we have the same sponsor name, Server, okay. What we can do, there can be two solutions for this. First, we can have enough number of sponsors that we can divide. For example, if there are 8 sponsors related to AI, we can divide it like 4 sponsors will go to ABS and 4 potential sponsors will go to GSIQ, and we will approach them. Also, we can use our personal contacts too to resolve these solutions. And second thing, to avoid this conflict, we can change the dates if possible. Of course, and also if we do the event collaboratively, the sponsors can come, can see the potential in the event and they will come fast. So these are the 2 solutions that I can think of.
You want to add something, Preeti?
See, I see that this issue can be faced in future, but it depends on the events you are doing, right? If 2 chapters are doing an event, of course, they can't be the same topic. And if it is the same topic, I think that it depends on the sponsor as well, that where the participation will be more, it will give the sponsorship there. So I don't think that will be a major issue. But what I want to say is about the sponsorship issue, that participation is creating more problem here. We are facing the same issue in sponsorship, monetary especially, because the sponsors ask for footfall and we are not able to secure a minimum amount of participation that they demand. Talking about sponsorship is all okay, ki theek hai, we can have this many list of sponsors, but what about the participation? I don't see any great number of participants in such events, not even from other chapters as well. Before discussing about the sponsors, don't we have to discuss about the participation?
I agree on this. जो हम चैप्टर का एक सेंट्रलाइज्ड वे जानना चाह रहे हैं, that also incorporates the participation part. It is necessary that every chapter understands their responsibility towards region. The events, the activities, everything is happening for our good only. So we should not look at any chapter as an external thing. Instead, if we look at it as our thing, it would be more easier to secure participation. And for that, I would like to propose here, every chapter, at least those active chapters, those are here, and those chapters which respond in group Google meetings as well. We should promise each other that we will be providing this count of participation from our chapter. So, we can sign MOUs if that is necessary. Along the line, I was going to add something. Just a second. Yeah, and the fee part for events. Last year, we organized the industry day, and what we noticed is that people register just for the sake of it. And because we have limited resources for refreshments and sitting and everything, that is why we had to limit the registrations and close registrations 2 days before the event, and people did not turn up. So it is better to have a minimal fee for every event so that anyone who is registering for it, they have this thing in their mind that I'm paying for it, so I should better attend it. So I think we can proceed with minimum registration fees with every event. We should. It supports our treasury. It reduces our dependency on sponsors, because if we are collecting some sum from every event in our treasury, we might not need sponsors in small events. So this is my idea, my take on fees for events.
Okay, so I want to address a thing here. First, as Priyanka said, that we need to focus on 3 things: the problem that comes in pre-event, the problems that come in mid-event, and after the event, the problems we face. So first of all, I see in the planning phase, we see the problem of getting sponsors ready. Okay, and I guess the sponsorship committee can help in that. We can provide the sponsors, and also the sponsorship team can reach to sponsors. But if let's say a club, GSIP club, is organizing an event solely, okay, then it should not be getting the data about that sponsors, because of course it is not on the sake of region 2 now. And also, so that's why we need to maintain our personal spreadsheet, and we need to isolate that spreadsheet and open it only when we are up for collaboration.
Yeah.
And we have to make sure that no one else uses it. And second thing about the paid participation, I really like the idea. I really like the idea that it will increase the treasury and it will reduce our dependency over sponsorships. But still, I think the members who paid for ACM membership, and second thing, it is the same problem we face when I talk to my faculties that there is a participation fee. There is the same question that if the students have already have the paid membership, then why they have to pay 100 rupees for participation? And their reason, I can't say their reason is justified enough, but still, not all student chapters or not all colleges can add a participation fees, especially my college. GSIP don't allow us to add participation fee to events, so that can cause problem for us, and I'm sure that there can be other colleges like us. So having a participation fee, we can avoid it, having a participation fee, or we can find other solutions like give and take relationship. For example, for Galactica event that is going on right now, we didn't propose the sponsor. The sponsor came to our club and said they need a participation for their January event. It was Asia Pacific tournament. So we got and they wanted participation from our college. So we got around 500 plus participation for them, and they attended the meet. And they attended the session, and they were very happy from our sides. We did give them the thing they wanted, but and that's the thing, because sponsors work that way. They want the give and take relationship. Okay, we provided 500 participation. That's why they are sponsoring us for 3 months and providing us good funds. So that's what I'm saying, that we can't really charge them or can't make it mandatory that they have to pay. We can find other solutions for this, because not all ACM Student Chapters can do it.
Actually, for the past 3 months, we have also been working on a vision that education is being monetized. So we want to move away from that. We want only the correct audience, the elite participation. For the sponsors as well, the companies have collaborated with Skillful.ai for the bootcamp last time, and they actually wanted only those who can learn. We kept the expert sessions, etc. There also the speakers said that we want the people who actually want to learn. We don't want a great footfall. When it comes to the vision, they want that particular sort of audience. So if we monetize it, most of the students who are actually trying to learn, they skip that. So that is a major concern and needs to be checked from chapter to chapter.
Okay, I agree with both of your points. Anybody want to add right now?
I'm also against the point of having participation fees, because many of my friends when we were talking about essays, they all said that no matter the event is of IIT or say NIT, they won't register just because there is a participation fee. So they won't even check the participation, even if it's 1 rupee, 10 rupee, they won't even check. But the thing is, I went to a hackathon, ready for a hackathon 2 days ago, a PW hackathon. It was completely free, but the hall was, the building was completely filled. It was completely free, but everyone was there. There was a 24-hour hackathon, so why did people take out 24 hours of their time and went there? Why? Because PW has so much reach. I think the problem here is reach. No one knows ACM. I want to say that no one knows ACM, but the reach of ACM is not that much in informal areas to class.
Yeah, I agree on this. The reach of ACM is not that much in region, honestly, because our region is widespread. If you compare it with the southern region of India, they know ACM. They are known by ACM. So to overcome this issue highlighted here, the fee issue, when I proposed the fee, it was for events that are exclusive. That is something like regional summit. But for those local events that we are having at our chapters, at our college, where we are collaborating with some other societies of the chapter, there, keeping fee or not keeping a fee is your decision. Why I propose fee for these sort of summit, because this is a summit, and once the legacy keeps going on, it will keep refining every year. Okay. So having a fee actually finalizes a base of something which is very important. Why I pointed it out? Because many events like ACM Rocks, ACM Compute, any ACM Summit, the Chapter Summit, Student Chapter Summit, ACM annual events, all these type of events have the minimum fees. And this charge is actually contributed towards the attendees. They get goodies, all their sometimes stays included if the fees is high. The point here is these exclusive events, they should be charged. The point you raised that education should be free, that is on our local point. But when we are going on the exclusive side, we should have a fee.
I actually get that point, that is nice. But for these events also, about the summit, etc., we need to still create awareness.
Yeah.
People are unaware about it. Especially the ACM members, those who are getting membership in the colleges, they are actually unaware about these things.
Yes, the summit started just last year, so it should be something whenever the new council is constituted, you sign your report and everything. You should keep looking forward that this year we will be going to summit, this year we will be presenting our chapter there, we want to secure this award, we want to do this and that. That is like if we we are charging fee, so maybe in coming years we can have monetary awards for chapter like best participation, best emerging chapter, something which is kind of simulating the ACM Student Chapter awards, but for region 2.
This particular concept was on the national level, regional summit.
Yes.
It was on the national level, and at that particular time, ACM was charging for compute. And ACM was only allowing, basically, it was allowing 3 or 4 paid members only. It wasn't asking for 15 to 20 paid members. So now, because of those particular things only, even IITs or IIITs, they do have their chapters, but after some time, the chapters are decharged. Because they are not showing some particular interest in these activities or these kind of things. They are thinking that, oh, we are in IIT, we will go, we have placements, we have sponsorships and all those things. When it comes to hackathons, when we say that, oh, we saw that for 24 hours, 500 students were there, they are not just there because there was no registration fee. They are there because there is a prize pool. When you see that there is a prize pool of 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 5 lakh, 10 lakh, you will go there if there is no registration fee. If you want to develop something, if you think that you can develop something, you will go there if there is a registration fee of maybe 500 to 1,000. In compute also, those students who are interested in compute, students who are interested in computer science education, they go and they are paying around 2,500 or maybe more than that. Staying charges also there, traveling charges also there. 4 or 5 years back, ACM was not charging anything. Then it started charging something, but it was saying that okay, we will maybe reimburse all this particular amount back to you. Stay also, the traveling charges also, the registration fee also. But then ACM realized this thing, and that's because this particular thing, the chapter summit kind of thing, ACM divided it into regional parts. And all those events, which are national level events, ACM is charging those. ROCS is being charged. Industry day, when we started or we tried to charge it, they told us that not just this particular instance we will be charging anything, because in particular year we are basically focusing to have industry day 4 times. And this particular year, 3 times we are not charging anything. So just for this 4th time, we are just expecting that okay, please don't put any charging fee over it. But next year onwards, they were basically because of the attendance especially, they were kind of making this particular mind that okay, next year onwards we will have the registration fee in ACM Industry Day as well, like ROCS. Basically these are 2 different aspects only. One is basically research and another one is industry. So they are saying that okay, when it comes to research, we are charging 250. So when it comes to industry, why don't we charge 250 as well? So they will be charging 250 or something like that for next year onwards. So they are saying that okay, for summer schools maybe, we are going to pay to some resource person, let's not charge anything. Let's stop charging or let's not charge anything. If we are going to pay something to someone, let's charge. If there is a particular event and we are just expecting that okay, 50 students will be coming, but that they won't be putting some interest into it, let's charge. So that gets 20 students be there, but they are only the students who paid something and who are interested in it. In our chapter format, from our point of view, we are basically saying this because, like IP University or ABS or CNADA, we are not a BTech campus, which is much large, which is having a larger audience. But few months, not just few months, last month, I went to ABS for paper presentation. I saw there that in the conference there was no registration fee for the students of ABS as well. They were literally dragged into the auditorium. You have to see what there is being presented or the predictory session. Why? Students are not interested.
So that is what we are actually trying to change at ABS. We ourselves have faced the situation that when we see our peers, they have to be dragged to the auditorium. We keep the ESP, DSP. We can show the footfall of 400 very easily. But there are only 10 who are actually learning something from that.
That's what we are saying. For ESP, DSP, we are not charging anything. For ESP, DSP, ACM is providing us charges. So instead of having 100 students in a hall, why don't we have 40 students who are interested?
Yes, sir.
Let's not charge
That
anything.
is what we actually wanted to propose this time. That
I think Priyanka is not asking anything about ESP or DSP.
she's talking about the national level events.
Yeah.
Yes.
She is basically talking about all these kind of events. It's like where students should come, they should get some knowledge, they should have some collaboration, some interactions. For that, I think 100 rupees is well and good. But for ESP, DSP, I definitely myself am against. For summer schools, basically it's like last year I was teaching them. So I know that 16 students were there. And particularly was saying that okay, let's start something. Because of that only 60 students will be there. I was saying that no problem, don't charge anything. Only those who are interested in learning something, they will be there. Literally that count was equal to the, we would have been charged something. The count would have been the same as the count was.
So this is something that you told is very nice, and we were trying to propose this to our college as well. That we want students who actually want to learn.
Exactly.
But the thing is that what we are facing is participants actually joined us in June. There were around 50 students for basically web development that we started. But what happened after a month, that number declined to 25 and eventually only 10 were left. And those 10, they are doing very nice. They entered into research, into AI, ML. They are working very fine with their career.
I was stuck with 16 for 3 weeks. But I was happy and those students were happy.
Yes.
They are basically sitting with you only. So they were happy. Not all of them, but yes, they were learning something and they were happy. So let's go with that particular concept.
Yes, sir. So last year we tried to build that culture. We started it and we believed that our juniors would be carrying forward that and continuing that culture. And Priyanka told us to collaborate over a few things on that.
Because of your music and your faculty sponsorship.
Yes, sir.
So because of your chapter and activities which you are basically having over there, so that's why we are basically interested in collaborations. IP University, we have seen that you are very active. ABS and ABSW both are very active. I think we are meeting seminar the first time. So it's like these campuses which are very like in region 2 in NCR only. 4 chapters or 5 chapters are there. You can see that yes, there is only 100 registration charges. 20 students are
Only interested one are here.
only interested.
And this has been one
Can I add?
So if this
Sorry.
registration fee was 0, still you would have seen no more than 20%.
Okay, so I want to add some things to related to the discussion as well. So first of all, yes, I completely agree with sir. It's like if you're providing a value, you should be charged for it. And also, we need to filter out the students who are really interested in learning domains and coming to campus, attending these events. We can take example of Yantra. I personally participated in. So it has a price pool of around 10 lakh rupees. and its participation fee is 4,000. And those who wants to learn, those who wants to create things, will surely pay for it. I personally paid for it, and we actually received a kit from IIT Bombay, which balances out the 4,000 rupees that we paid. And second thing, we should firstly understand that money is a concept of value. For someone, 4,000 rupees can be nothing, and for someone, 250 rupees can be very much. For someone, 500 rupees may be in pocket, and for someone, he could ask his mother or father for even 100 rupees. Okay, so we need to understand that also. And second thing, as we said, it is very difficult to cater the audience, and the main problem here is participation. We need to understand the mindset of the students, or I should say the mindset of a person. What is our mindset? Okay, let's say this Raftar's concert. It is organized by, let's say, Tax Spartan. People who are willing to see Raftar will pay for it for sure. But the person who don't even know about Raftar wouldn't come to the event, even if he was paid. Maybe it can be a thing also. And sir also said that, your chapter also said that proposing a fee means that the person who really wants to learn will come. And it's true. It's true. We organized a boot camp named DevCamp. At start, we had 500 plus participations in our Google Meets, and in the end, there were only 50 people left. And out of them, there was one girl who was very talented, who got to learn a lot of things, and she also came to industry day. She is very, she wants to learn everything, okay? She's very curious about development and other things. But when she came to industry day, and previous year, I guess we had 11 to 12 students from our university who were willing to see how, what is the culture of ACM, they were very interested. But for this event, when I put the notification on our operation team, on our clubs, only 6 students were there who showed the interest, and 4 students are here right now. So that's the thing we need to see. The main concern here is participation. We need to resolve it. So we need to give students what they really want. We need to see what is the mindset of students. It's just, if you are giving a value, they will see if it is worth it or not. And I said money is relatable. Money is related. For someone, 400 rupees can be very much. For someone, 4,000 can be nothing. So it's up to you guys how you want to approach this problem. It's just myself.
One thing, ABS has to leave early because we have a travel of 2.5 hours from here. To conclude this, can we conclude? Sorry? Point. Okay.
I had a point to say. ACM हमारे कॉलेज में ACM बेसिकली वही सवाल आया था कि ACM क्या है? कोर्सर जानता है, कोई GFG जानता है, GDG का तो जानता है. तो हमें वैल्यू क्रिएट करना है. अगर आपकी वैल्यू है तो आपके लिए लोग आएंगे. और उसके लिए मेरे पास एक आइडिया है. हम टेक्निकल यूट्यूबर्स हैं, क्रिएटर्स हैं, उन्हें टारगेट करते हैं. अगर उनके पोस्ट पे जाएगी कि वो पोस्ट करेंगे कि हाँ एक सच इवेंट हो रहा है जहाँ पे हम आएंगे, या हमने उन्हें रील बना दी या उन्हें यूट्यूब चैनल पे डाल दिया. इन एनी वे अगर उन्होंने दिखा दिया कि हाँ तो फिर बच्चा जो जा रहा है अपने यूट्यूब चैनल पे पढ़ने की चीज़ें तो उसे वो वीडियो दिखेगी या उन्हें फॉलो करता है इंस्टाग्राम पे, उससे दिखेगा. तो दैट माइट क्रिएट अ गुड इम्पैक्ट.
Today's world, content is king. So why not utilize content to increase our reach? Because I think the biggest problem here is participants think that we are not providing enough value for their time or their money. If we can show them that we are indeed providing enough value of their time or money, then they will definitely come.
An example of that, अगर आप लोग लाइनस टेक्टिक्स को जानते होंगे, so basically he's an American, मतलब basically technical guru जानते हैं, but he's a bigger name, हाँ global है. तो हमने जब हम एसएच के लिए वो कर रहे थे, मेल्स कर रहे थे कंपनीज को, तो हमने उसी के बीच में उससे भी कर दिया मजाक में कि इन केस अगर उसे पीएन हमारी दिख जाती है तो इसी बहाने अगर वो हमसे कांटेक्ट कर लेता है, नॉट बहुत इनफॉर्मल फीमेल बट अटेम्प्ट था बेसिकली कि हम उनसे कॉन्टैक्ट स्टैब्लिश कर पाएँ जिससे वहाँ हमारी रीच बढ़ जाए, क्योंकि वैल्यू वहीं से आएगी.
See, the main concern we have right now see, of course, the content is the key, and we need to do PR, and we need to revolve our event around student interest. If we need a good participation, and the main concern in mid-event is participation. For example, अगर 500 students भी एक seminar attend कर रहे हैं, and out of this 500, in the end only 50 students left. Oh sorry, in the end only 50 students remain on the seminar. Then it's not worth it. It proves that it's not worth it. So that's why we can add good speakers, and also for the participation, I know we haven't reached any conclusion about participation still. Still it is a problem. So for participation, anyone has any idea how can we increase participation? Increasing PR is good thing. Of course, abhi, like right now, our Galactica event is going on, gaming event, and we had, I mean, how many reach we had on our reel? 11.8k views were there on our Galactica reel, because people are interested more in gaming, of course, we all know that. Okay, so it's all about value. If you will provide the value, students will come for participation, but as chapters, it is our duty to provide participation to these regional events. So yes, as Priyanka said, we need to be serious about providing participation to regional events like Industry Day or like Regional Summit. But I'm still opposing the point that we should charge for it to see the participation of students.
Will you be able to stop the charging fee which ACM India is going to propose?
If you organize outside of this, you have to charge.
Because ACM India says so. It's not in your hand.
That you will be organizing.
That money will go to ACM India.
So the money will go to ACM India. It's good. That's, of course, they need the fund. ACM India needs the fund. Global ACM needs the fund. But what we do as our chapters, what we do as Region 2, what we do as our collaborative events is we promote the ACM community. We do the PR of ACM. We see that ACM is a good community, everyone should join it. About the part that ACM is charging the things because ACM provides that value. They had to do the accommodation, and also university also provides a value, and they have to go through the refreshments part, the passing on the budgets. Of course, you can host the event. You can again, I'm saying it's up to you. If you want to propose the event, you want to add participation fee, it's completely fine. But still, it doesn't resolve the problem of participation. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't. It's up to you. It's your event. It's our regional event. Okay, but it's still the problem remains the same. We are still not able to get participation for this event.
Like for registration summit, there is no registration charges as per mentioned by ACM India. So let's say for events like this, for ESP, for DSP, you can remove registration charges because ACM India doesn't say so. But for roads, for industry day, maybe from next year onwards, for compute, for chapter summit, for annual day, all those events, which basically ACM India says that there will be a registration charges. You can't go away with that particular amount. You have to take that particular amount from a student, and it will go directly to the ACM India account.
So again, I'm not opposing the thing. It's completely up to you.
That's what we are saying. That
Yes, sir.
okay, for those events which you think that yes, we as a body should come forward. Maybe 10 students from one chapter, maybe 10 students or 5 from another. You can have those kind of events without any registration order. But you should just see that okay, there is some logistic charges like for food or maybe for stay or maybe some honorarium for some speaker, like those things. So you can think that okay, institute will provide it, but sometimes if the institute is not going to provide it, you should be getting that particular amount from what students. There is no other things like way to provide it.
For the participants' point, we can say that when we create some value, even if we last year we began with 5 people in our research wing, and now we are actually getting calls from other students. We are already up to 15 within 6 months. They are all working on research projects, and we are getting calls continuously that when are we going to conduct recruitments for the other batch. So when we create value, participants will be there. Definitely they will come.
And for the participation point of view, I would like to add that that we should target the right audience. If we know that अगर हम कोई AIML का session conduct करा रहे हैं and we know 50 people are interested, we can't expect a footfall of 500. We should know that कि हमें कितनी audience है हमारी session की and हम कितने लोगों को बुला सकते हैं. हमें पहले से पोल्स कंडक्ट करा के रखने चाहिए कि कितने पीपल किस में इंटरेस्टेड है, कौन NLP में इंटरेस्टेड है, कौन ML में इंटरेस्टेड है, कौन DL में इंटरेस्टेड है. ठीक है.
Can we conclude here? They are getting paid. So I'm adding just a
One thing I have to add, lack of awareness is what's causing the shortage of participation. Because I've talked to my classmates myself, and they still don't know ACM is an international thing. They are like, oh, it's just a student body of our college. Bro, it's like an international thing. So we should organize some events or seminars to first let the people know what ACM India is and what it's going to add value to their knowledge or something like that.
something we should look on their
Yeah.
resume as well. Okay.
Can I? So.
They are really getting late.
Okay.
Okay. Keep it short. Keep it short.
So I was saying the thing you just proposed. So we know that PR takes time. Okay. 7 years ago, who was physics wala? We don't know about that. Okay, he started from YouTube. 7 years ago, who was Shriver? Okay. Of course, it takes time. We need to create our online presence. We need to propose some good values to students. We need to host more and more boot camps. And also, as someone said, that ACM is not well recognized right now.
Can we discuss further on that group?
Okay.
They are getting late, so
Yeah, sure.
we can discuss it later on.
Okay.
Should I conclude or do you just really have to vote out?
Just one thing, please. Just one thing. And if participants get added to the ACM Nexus, then we get able to connect the part of जैसे अभी आदर्श ने कहा था कि
I will connect with Parshvi about Nexus and try to please conclude. Yeah, we will. Okay. So
I have a question. I just have a question. Is there a community or a group where all the region are chapters are connected?
Yes, there is. Ask me later.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So things we discussed here were major issues we faced and timelines we can focus on for our extraordinary event that we can plan in the coming tenure. First proposal was a separate centralized spreadsheet for sponsors. One thing Adarsh said here that should not be exploited. So my point here is this team should only be approached when the event is being organized on regional level. Okay, the event is regional event. Second was sponsorship. Separate sheet was for the timeline and holiday timeline. Second was sponsorship, and we discussed about it. Then the outreach. For that, again, we will have a centralized sheet. As for fees, we can do one thing. We charge a minimal fees, and with that, we also provide an option for those who can afford it. They can reach out to us. They will write an SOP. If they pass it, if they pass the test, then they can of course attend without the fees. Next, coming to his point, value, that is influencer promotion. I agree with it. I would like to take vote on this. How many people here agree with this influencer thing? Because it is something new and we should try it. The majority here says okay.
Influencer पे एक law है यहाँ पे.
Sir, sorry, please.
Influencers को लाने का फिर वही चीज़ हुई कि ये चार्ज नहीं.
We should at least approach. Let's try. जो प्रॉब्लम वहाँ से आती है वो हम डिस्कस कर सकते हैं.
For influencer, the thing is people will be willing to pay.
Yeah.
So you can charge them.
And at the end, the point we discussed here कि ACM इतनी बड़ी चीज़ है but लोगों को पता नहीं है. The best thing to do here is after event, the post-event phase I discussed earlier. We should have something which brings out the feedback from participants. The real experiences those people experience during the event. Okay. It should not be just the LinkedIn post. It should be something which you post on your page, your social media, something on your website. This will increase your credibility. we should focus on keeping our event prestigious. That way, the value will increase. That way, people would want to attend your events. And with this, I would like to conclude this roundtable. Let's just have one photo and leave.
एंट्री कर दो यार प्लीज, जा रहे हैं लोग, करना है।